Oh, David! Wake up! It's 7 o'clock. Time to get up. Rise and shine. Sleepy. I know it's early, but the birds are singing, the coffee's brewing, and our day is waiting for us. Come on! Don't make me use the cold water trick. All right. I'm up. Good morning, Sarah. You know, I was having the most amazing dream. I dreamt that our little Lily was giving a TED Talk. Can you believe it? She was up there, all confident, talking about, I don't know, something brilliant about quantum physics and butterflies. A TED Talk? That's my girl. See? All those bedtime stories about amazing scientists are paying off. But speaking of Lily, that's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. I was doing some reading last night after you fell asleep. You know, just browsing online about schools and educational philosophies. Oh, I know that look. That's your I've dived into an internet rabbit hole and have 1,000 new ideas look. So, what did you discover in the depths of the web this time? Are we moving to a remote island to start a school for gifted dolphins? Haha. Very funny. No, nothing quite so drastic. But it did get me thinking seriously about Lily's future. She's starting kindergarten next year, and it feels like such a monumental step. It's not just about learning ABCs and 1, 2, 3 anymore, is it? It's about setting the foundation for who she becomes. I completely agree. It's a huge deal. I've been thinking about it, too. You want her to be in an environment where she feels safe, happy, and inspired. But the options are, well, they're a bit overwhelming. There's the local public school, which is great, but then you hear about charter schools, magnet programs, private schools, even homeschooling. My head starts to spin. Exactly! That's what I was looking at. There are so many different approaches. You have Montessori, which is all about self-directed, hands-on learning. I was watching a video of this little kid, probably 4 years old, meticulously pouring water from one tiny pitcher to another without spilling a drop. The concentration was incredible. It's all about respecting the child's natural development.
I've heard about Montessori.
It sounds cool. Very focused on practical life skills and independence. I can just picture Lily carefully arranging blocks or sorting beads. She loves that kind of focused play. But what about the social aspect? Do they get enough group interaction? That's a great question. From what I've read, they do work in mixed-age groups, so the older kids can mentor the younger ones, which I think is a fantastic way to build empathy and leadership skills. It's not just about individual work. They learn to collaborate and respect each other's space and process. Okay, that makes sense. So, what else is on your list? Don't tell me you stopped at just one. Of course not. Then there's the Waldorf approach. It's so different. It's very imaginative and artistic. They focus on storytelling, music, and art, especially in the early years. The idea is to protect the magic of childhood and let learning unfold through creativity and rhythm. They delay formal academics like reading until the kids are a bit older, around 7. Wait, delay reading? That sounds counterintuitive. Aren't we always hearing about the importance of early literacy? I mean, I love the idea of focusing on imagination, but I wouldn't want her to fall behind. I had the same initial reaction, but their philosophy is that if you build a strong foundation of oral language, creativity, and a love for stories, the desire to read will come naturally, and they'll pick it up really quickly when they're developmentally ready. It's about learning with your head, heart, and hands. They do a lot of crafting, gardening, baking, ... It sounds kind of idyllic, doesn't it? It does sound lovely. A little like a fairy tale. I can see the appeal of not pushing the academics so hard, so fast. We see so much pressure on kids these days. But is it practical for the world we live in? The world is so tech-driven. What about computers and screen time? That's the big point of contention with Waldorf. They typically have a very low-tech or no-tech policy in the early grades. They believe it can hinder imaginative development. So, that's definitely something to consider. We want Lily to be creative, but we also want her to be prepared for a digital world. It's a real balancing act. A balancing act is the perfect way to describe modern parenting. I think. So we have Montessori, which is structured and self-directed, and Waldorf, which is creative and play-based. What's next on the Sarah Educational Tour? Next up is Reggio Emilia. This one is fascinating. It originated in Italy, and it views the child as a strong, capable protagonist in their own learning journey. The curriculum is emergent, meaning it's built around the children's interests. If they get fascinated by shadows one day, the teachers will create a whole project around light, shadow puppetry, and science. The environment itself is considered the third teacher. The third teacher. I like the sound of that. So the classroom is designed to be beautiful and inviting, to provoke curiosity. That's a powerful idea. It's not just a room with desks. It's an interactive learning space. It sounds like it really empowers the kids to follow their passions. It really does. And they document everything the kids' conversations, their artwork, their theory stew, make the learning process visible to the children, the teachers, and the parents. It's a true partnership. It's less of a one-size-fits-all model and more of a educational adventure for that specific group of kids. Okay, my mind is officially blown. Montessori, Waldorf Reggio, Emilia. These are all incredible philosophies. They make the traditional model of a teacher standing at the front of the room talking at 25 kids seem so ... outdated. But these are all private school models, right? That brings up the other big question. The cost. Yes, that's the reality check, isn't it? They can be expensive, and that's a huge factor for us. But I also looked into our local public schools magnet program. They have a STEM-focused track science, technology, engineering, and math. It's all about inquiry-based learning and problem-solving from a young age. They have a robotics club for first graders. A robotics club for first graders? Okay. Now you're speaking my language. My little engineer. See? That sounds amazing too. It's practical, forward-thinking, and it would prepare her for the future. And being a public program, it would be much more accessible financially and probably more diverse to... Exactly. And at the end of the day, isn't that just as important? Being in a classroom with kids from all different backgrounds and walks of life is an education in itself. It teaches empathy, understanding, and how to navigate the real world. That's something you can't put a price tag on. You're so right. We've been talking about all these different methods, but maybe the most important thing is the community she'll be a part of. We need to think about what kind of people we want her to be surrounded by, both the students and the teachers. A great, passionate teacher can make any curriculum magical. 100%. I had a third-grade teacher, Mrs. Davison, who made history feel like the most exciting adventure. She was the reason I started loving books. Her passion was infectious. A teacher like that is worth their weight in gold, regardless of the school's official philosophy. So, what's our plan then? How do we even begin to choose? Do we just put all the names in a hat and pick one? I think our next step should be to visit them. Not just read about them online, but actually go and see them in action. Let's schedule tours. We can see the classrooms, watch the teachers and students interact, and just get a feel for the energy of each place. I think our gut instincts will tell us a lot. That's a brilliant idea. We can see for ourselves. Does it feel joyful? Does it feel stressful? Do the kids look engaged and happy? We can even take Lily with us to one or two of the open houses and see how she reacts. After all, she's the one who will be spending her days there. I love that, making her a part of the process. This isn't just a decision we're making for her, but one we're making with her. You know, this conversation started with me feeling overwhelmed, but now I actually feel really excited. It's not a scary choice. It's an amazing opportunity to find the perfect place for our daughter to blossom. Me too. Whatever we choose, we'll make the right decision for our family. And no matter where she goes, the most important education she gets is right here with us. The curiosity, the love of learning, the kindness that starts at home. Now, how about that coffee you promised me an hour ago? It's on its way, my brilliant coeducator. Thanks for waking me up for this. It's much more important than dreaming about TED Talks. We're living the real thing, raising our amazing little girl. Thanks so much for watching our chat today. This is such a huge topic for so many parents, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. What was your experience choosing a school? Are you a fan of a particular educational philosophy? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed our conversation, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more family talks. We'll see you next time!